We certainly all support your car tax elimination. It's something you promised, and it's good policy for the people of Rhode Island. So I'm glad we've all voted for it and now amended it and made it law. Or, well, not quite yet, I guess.
You have to vote one more time.
Almost, it's close.
One more vote.
Okay. But what I'm afraid of is that if we don't give municipalities some relief in their spending, in what drives their spending, that it will come back. I'm a financial advisor, and I can tell you that fiscal crises have happened pretty regularly since 2000. And when we have those crises, it affects state revenue, it affects municipal revenue. So municipalities need to have different kinds of tools that help them to control their spending. Because if they can't, it just means constantly increasing property tax rates for our constituents. We have among the highest property taxes in Rhode Island. Depending on what index you look at, it's between the 5th and the 7th highest. And that drives the high cost of living. It really hurts average Rhode Islanders who are struggling now in our stagnant economy to pay all their bills. So raising property taxes is not an option. And quite frankly, since this car tax is supported only by state revenue, raising a whole lot of state taxes is not going to work either. So we really have to do reforms to some of the state laws that tie the hands of municipalities. Today there are, I believe, 17 to 19 municipal pension plans that are in critical status. And that's not good for anybody. It's not good for taxpayers because they constantly have to fill up that plan again so that it doesn't go bankrupt. It's not good for the actives because they are constantly asked for concessions. It's not good for the retirees because if it breaks, they may end up like Central Falls did, with their pensions dramatically trimmed. So, I ought to have said the LC number. Well, he's not listening. But my article is about disability pension reform, because this is one of the tools. Disability pension reform, a lot of those rules flow from the state level. They're really not governed at the municipal level, and I'm going to put in the number now.
Thank you, Lita.
I forgot. Thank you. All right, so it is LC 000-840/3.
Lita Morgan moves amendment LC 000-840/3. That is seconded by Representative Quattrochi, Whip Filippi, Representative Roberts, Representative Giarrusso, Representative Price, and Representative Mendoza. Proceed, Lita.
This article would change the way that disability pensions work. Right now, they're pretty tempting. And we've seen the news media report on many of the abuses that happen in our disability pensions. When somebody takes a pension that they really shouldn't, it hurts the pension plan. So the goal is to make it less tempting. Anyone who is really seriously injured in the line of duty or because of their job for taxpayers, we need to take care of them. And I'm sure there's not a person in this room who doesn't believe that. If they are burned in a fire, if they are hurt chasing after a suspect, we want to make sure that they and their families are taken care of. But our disability pensions are fairly tempting right now. I don't think there's a person out there who doesn't know somebody in Rhode Island who's on a disability pension. It's not a rare thing. This particular rendition of disability pension was passed in conjunction with the cooperation of Nancy Mayer when she was treasurer and John Harwood when he was Speaker. It passed the House, it died in the Senate. But it is a good bill. It is a good way to look at disability pensions because it makes every person on a disability pension whole. Basically, it says that if they're on a disability pension, remember,
What is your point of order, please?
Mr. Speaker, this is a local disability issue. It is not germane to the budget.
You're probably right, but I'm going to overrule your point of order. Proceed, Leader.
Thank you, Speaker. Where was I?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, two very reasonable people who came together, each on different sides of the political aisle. One of them was reasonable. We won't decide which one that was. But at any rate, it allows, when you're out on a disability pension, you get 2/3 of your disability tax-free, which in most cases means that you have the same take-home as if you were working. This bill allows you to go further than that. You can get another job if you're able, and you can make as much as somebody in the same job who is currently working. So you can get 100%. If you are a captain, you can get a captain's pay combined on your W-2. If you go above that, it starts reducing the disability pension. It's about making you whole, but not about making you more than whole. It takes some of the temptation away from folks who would abuse the system. Because abusing the system hurts everybody. I know there are a lot of policemen and firefighters in this room. They don't want their pension plans going under. That would be a nightmare for them and their families. And it would be a nightmare for taxpayers too. Again, disability pension is about making sure that some of the reforms, like the car tax, they go away and they stay away. We've tried this before. A financial crisis happened and it came back. Our constituents don't want that. They want it to go away and stay away. And disability pension reform is something that is long overdue. I don't know how long it was ago that John Harwood was Speaker, but it's been a while. 20 years? We should be doing this because our pension plans would be on solider ground right now if we had passed it back then. We wouldn't be looking at pension plans that are on the brink.